This is the first test drive of the lowered foot pegs. So I made these lowered foot pegs the other day, and this is the first time I'm going to get to test them. And I also raised the bars. So this is the first test run, so let's see how it goes. That's my girl. See how she goes. Oh, the foot position's a lot better. So the original bars were a little bit forward and they were a lot further down, and the problem is I would literally drive up this road and my hands would be absolutely finished. The thing is, I'm not a very tall guy, so the idea was to raise the bars a little bit, just change the position so my seating position was slightly different. The thing is, a lot of the guys that have Blackbirds have that problem. So there were two major things that I changed other than raising them. I moved them a little bit back, and the center line of the handles are in line with the center line of the shocks. Previously they were ahead and further down. Now, I had no intention of spending thousands of rands and buying some aftermarket things, so I decided to design and build my own bars. Were exactly for me. Now normally with the old bars, by the time I get to the top of this road my hands are properly sore. So this is already an improvement. The nice thing is our roads are really rough, so I'm going to pick up pretty quickly if my hands get tired. So the reason why I lowered the foot pegs is I was getting hip pains. One of the advantages of getting old, I suppose. I've had this bike for a long time. When I bought it I was in my 20s and I could manage the riding position and the sore hips. But this bike's a good 25 years old now. Well, almost 25. It's 99 model. So as I get older, my threshold for pain is actually going down a little bit. And I tell you what, so far so good. If this was the old handles with the old riding position, I would actually be sore now. So I'm quite chuffed with this mod. So anyway, I made it. The bars as well as the foot pegs were 3D printed, so they're my own design, and they actually designed for me and for the bike. I have a tiny little furnace where I cast little things in my backyard. I use that to cast the risers and the foot pegs. Oh, I can't get over how much better this is. Ah, this bike's a dream. Oh man, this is unbelievable. I can see I'm going to be spending a lot more time on this bike. It actually stood for a while because it was so uncomfortable. But this is an absolute pleasure. Oh man. Anyway, so they were cast using an old mag wheel that I melted on my furnace. So they're pretty strong. The handlebar risers had some interesting machining that was needed, because than changing the riding position, I also changed the angle of the handles. The original Blackbird had quite, right here. The original Blackbird had handles that went down at quite an angle, and that was also giving the far end of my palms sort of towards this side horrible pains. So I changed the angle from 9 to 3 degrees, and that's also made a nice difference. I'm specifically riding without gloves. I normally never ride without gloves because I actually want to feel how rough the handles are without any gloves, because the gloves have got a certain amount of padding. So anyway, the machining was quite interesting because there's two different angles that I needed to machine. It was the center machining with the splitting for the clamping nut, and then the angle for the bars. And I tell you what a pleasure. This is just, oh little cat, this is just such a pleasure to drive this bike now. I tell you what, with the old handles, my hands would not be happy. I'd have to start rolling them. And I am still very comfortable with these handlebars. And it's not like our roads aren't rough either. So there's more than enough vibration going through the handles. Hey, everyone's driving really weirdly today. Yeah, put your hazards on, buddy. Oh, this is absolute joy. Absolute joy. Yep, I think this has done a world of good. My hips aren't sore. My hands aren't sore. And I tell you what, if I was driving around like this with old handles, I would not be a happy chappy. Let's turn this bike into an absolute pleasure. And of course this is driving without any gloves on. Probably some of the roughest roads in Joburg. And of course my bike just keeps on giving year after year after year. Oh man, I love this bike. Yeah, I think this mod was a winner. Thanks for watching, guys.